I've been wanting to have a lot of conversations about AI. Um, what up, Strictly? I've been wanting bread and butter. Thanks for tuning in. I've been wanting to keep a lot of conversation and pedal to the metal about AI, and there's a reason that is. And I got a live stream that I'm planning on doing tomorrow inside of the Patreon. So make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I'm really trying to push y'all very much to get involved, because even though it is controversial, even though I do understand that it may be the end of us and it may be some AI robots that we got to fight in the future, or maybe your kids gonna have to fight some AI robots in the future, I do want you guys to understand that it's not slowing down just because you don't necessarily agree with it. So we need to have a footprint in it. We need to be continuing to push ourselves. We need to be evolving our skill set to get involved and get the jobs that ultimately they are hiring for, or leveraging it for our business or our content, whatever it is that we do. We need to understand that AI is here to stay. And I know it's some people that think that it's not, that it's going, oh man, I've seen people in my comments saying, yeah, AI, this fad is going to come and go, and I'm going to still do what it is that I do. It's not going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. I promise you. It's not going anywhere. It is here to stay. Mark Zuckerberg is now speaking openly about his push into AI and how they are hiring, and they are relentless in their desire to continue to have an impact on what goes on the AI front. All right, this is what's happening. These are the latest reports. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get to it, y'all.
Mark Zuckerberg reportedly making a new push to try and achieve artificial general intelligence. Bloomberg says that the Meta CEO has been frustrated with his company's progress in the AI race so far and is putting together what's being called a super intelligence group inside Meta. The report says that Zuckerberg's goal is to beat other tech companies to reaching the point where AI can perform as well as humans do, so that it can incorporate the technology into its range of products. According to reports over the last few days, Meta is in talks to invest billions of dollars in an AI startup, Scale AI. Bloomberg says that Zuckerberg is personally working to recruit dozens of people for Meta's new effort, driven by frustration over the response to the latest version of the company's Llama large language model. It's very similar to what we've heard from Sergey Brin, getting kind of reinvigorated by this a couple of years ago, actually, and building up and spending a lot, running that team himself. AI is definitely the thing that has all these original coders super excited, super competitive about, and Zuckerberg's apparently moving desks in the office so that all of these people can sit right by him.
Well, hurry up. It'll be interesting to see. It seems quantum, like we made that quantum leap, and now we're really moving quickly. We'll see.
Let's go over to Bloomberg really quickly, and then I'm going to give you all my thoughts on Mark Zuckerberg's $1 billion+ investment to find the best people he can to help him traverse and then to get ahead when it comes to competition, when it comes to AI.
Not exactly a household name. What does Scale AI do, and how significant is the investment?
Yeah, absolutely. Few people have heard outside of the world of technology and AI, of course, of this company, but it has grown in prominence. And now, of course, it's making headlines with this potential investment, $10 billion from Meta. As you say, one of the biggest private sector investments that we would have seen for years.
We are invested in Meta. We heavily invested in Meta on Stock Club. We love Meta. It has been a phenomenal company, and the return on investment has been incredible. So if you're not a part of Stock Club, if you're not a part of the Patreon, link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We got the AI talk, and then we got Stock Club coming up shortly after that.
So Scale AI, it focuses on one of the three key components that you need to build out large language models, which is data. So you have energy, chips, and data. Those are the three main components that come together. And Scale AI is squarely focused on data. So they train up, or at least they build out quality data that these models then feed in to train on. And they hire PhDs and others to help work through that data. And
why do y'all think that Elon Musk bought Twitter, formerly known as X? The marketing push or the narrative and the spin on it was, well, they're buying it because they believe in free speech, or They want to remove censorship from social media, and they want to have a hand in these social media pushes in order to compete, and so on and so forth. And X, formerly known as Twitter, had never been profitable, not 1 year of profitability prior to Elon Musk buying it. Why do you got correct, Jesse? It's all about data. Scraping data and years and decades worth of data in order to train their AI models up, and more importantly, to have an impact, because there's nothing more important than the data. You can create the models, but if you don't have the data to be able to train it up, then what use is it? So for two reasons. Number one, the valuation of X is now whatever it is that he says that it is, based off of private equity. And then he could, as long as he can convince the investors and the other bankers and the people that are participating in X, formerly known as Twitter, of their valuation, then he was able to take it private. And then obviously he was able to spin that off and draw. I don't know what he's doing with it, because you don't have to drop any reports on it, because it's no longer a publicly traded company. But the value of it has been more than what he paid for it, and so he was okay with overpaying for it. But more importantly, it gave him a platform to create and voice his opinions, while at the same time training up AI data models so that they can also leverage that information and that data to continue to be successful. That's where he created Grok. A lot of people may not even be familiar with Grok. Grok is the model that they're using now, and it's being tested and used on a regular basis on X, formerly known as Twitter. It's the same thing when it came to Tesla, right? And the users, this is why people were so valuable to Elon Musk. When you talk about self-driving and all of these different things and these subscription models that he's rolling out and how they're able to see the road, you driving your Tesla, when you sign your agreement, when you agree to it, which is actually a good thing because it improves the usability of the product itself and it helps to improve the product. Elon Musk did away with LiDAR. He did away with most of these things. And as cameras continue to improve, what he did was he leveraged the data that Tesla would use in driving millions of miles through the people and all of the camera work in order to continue to map cities, in order to train up his model, the data that's being used for self-driving, assisted driving, self-driving, full capability. And this is how they continue to grow. It's scaling. They need the people, and the people are the ones that ultimately train up the models. And so the more that we participate on social media, the more that we use certain platforms, the more that we leverage the information. The reason why Meta is so valuable is because of the data. It's not just the users. The users are the ones that create the data that ultimately train up the models. Meta, Instagram. I don't even fuck with Facebook no more. I don't even mess with Instagram. I recently crossed, it's so funny. I recently crossed 100,000 followers on Instagram. I don't even post on Instagram anymore because they don't pay nothing. You know me, I'm all about a bag, so I got to get the bag first. I don't even post on it. It makes no sense. Why would I continue it? I get a whole lot of engagement. There's no point. The thing that unless they start paying, then I'm gonna post pictures of how fresh I am and what cars I buy probably in the future. But now that I've scaled up the users and it's just continuing to grow on its own, there's no point for me to even really take the platform seriously. I've been divested from Facebook. But as far as Instagram is just a way for people to communicate with me and get in touch with me outside of email. That's the way I look at it. And then I'll post some pictures here and there. But doesn't even mean anything to me anymore. If you guys want to follow me on different social media platforms, all of those is in the description, but let's continue into this.
Quantify it and tag it. So that's essentially the business model. They've also providing their own solutions into enterprise and have been pushing into defense as well. And I think what this deal tells us is a few things. One, Meta, of course, and Mark Zuckerberg is not going anywhere in terms of its investments around AI. They've pledged to invest at least $60 billion this year and $10 billion now for Scale AI, if this, of course, comes to pass. So Meta is full bore on the focus on AI, particularly as well.
Of course, Meta owns Instagram. Look, he called me an idiot, and I'm the person that has made more money than ever before. The only reason that I'm not going to go in on you, Jimmy, is because you got a profile picture. So I'm giving more grace to people in their profile pictures. But they got the nerve to call me an idiot. I'm an investor. I'm on the investor calls on a regular basis. I teach this inside of the Patreon. Of course, I'm familiar with who owns. You must be new here. I'm gonna give you grace. Usually, when I take my glasses off, it's gonna go left. But I'm gonna give you grace today. Shout out to Jimmy. First and last warning for my snow hairs.
Around data, it's a reminder that data is becoming a key battleground because along with energy and chips, getting hold of...
I'm going to assume that he meant that for somebody else.
The data, quality data, is becoming increasingly difficult for these large language models, and so there is a fight on that spectrum as well. And then the third part of this, I think, in terms of what it tells us, is defense technology. Meta is increasingly working with the Pentagon, particularly for around things like virtual helmets and AI-infused helmets for the military. And Scale AI already has relationships with the Pentagon. So I think it's also a reminder that Meta is getting closer in terms of defense technology as well. So on all three levels, I think those are the significance in terms of the deals that came through. This company, Scale AI, was valued at $14 billion US dollars back in 2024. You can imagine that valuation is much higher now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also we've got London Tech Week kicking off today. What's top of the agenda?
Well, I was talking about data and energy and chips. Well, chips will be front and center because Jensen Huang of NVIDIA will be giving the keynote speech at London Tech Week later this morning alongside the Prime.
A lot of people keep hoping that AI dies. No, it's not going anywhere. I've seen lawnmowers that are self-controlled based off of AI, and they cutting perfect lines in the grass. They don't even need people. It don't even need people. I've seen lawnmowers cutting perfect lines in the grass that don't even need people. Based off of AI. Man, listen. I've been working with people and we've been working through these different solutions and prompts and all of this stuff. And I can't wait to live stream with y'all because this is going to be completely new for the bag chasers and the Patreon. And I wanted to kind of sort of master it before I started to share it with you guys. And I'll pay all of the money so that you don't have to. And I do all of the crash out so you don't have to. But I will tell you that there has been people that were skeptical. I introduced them to AI and then, oh, what is this? I don't know what to do. Oh my God, or whatever. 2 months later, obsessed with it. Has streamlined their work stream probably by... They were probably by about 1,000%. The thing that it would take them all day to do, it probably takes them less than 30 minutes, less than 40 minutes. And their colleagues are getting left in the dust. Their colleagues is getting left in the dust. It's real. People that embrace it, they can't put it down. I use it extensively in a lot of my workflows. And it's absolutely 100% here to stay. I know you think that it's not a real thing. I'm just warning you. It's still early. It's still incredibly early. Most people just look at it as a talking point. Most people don't even look at it as a real thing. It's still early, and it's still very, very early for you guys to be able to get on that and be a part of it. But I personally believe that it's going to be a major good thing, a really good thing for those that embrace it, and it's going to be incredibly disruptive for those that don't.